Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Cowboys, where the paddle people are ready to open up a can. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Houston Cougars taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cowboys will kick it off to get us underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. So Houston's offense will get first crack at it today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Makes the catch. It's Broussard. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Houston will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So Oklahoma State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The offense changing the play. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got it. 1st down and more. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed as if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. It's complete to the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the stakes.
And the Cowboys look to keep this drive humming. Finds his tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Quickly out to the tight end. Snowed under by the defense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Go to the end zone, picked off.
And what a play by the defender. He's on. All by himself in cover 1 man covers. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Wegman. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Lost a throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to take off. Inside the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter.
On the set.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Got room to work. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Connors. There he goes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
All right, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Looking downfield. It's Wegman. Grabs behind the line. It's Connors. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. Wide open spaces. Picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Cougars are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive points.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Tagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a colossal top 5 matchup. Let's fill you in on what's going on. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Carolina. Much more on this top 5 matchup should anything change. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for a crease. It's Brock. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Plucks it out of the air. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. That big pickup on what they call the drag route. But if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nice move to pick up yardage.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The quick out. Turning it off. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Pressure coming. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to direct.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to pass, it's Wegman. Catch in the middle, it's Connors. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Nestled just inside that right upright. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
The Cougars will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Motion from the wideout. They'll open the second half on the ground. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That's the kind of play that can really get get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Boyd. Got room at the 35. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Just keep slinging it. Snagged in the middle. It's blocked. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's... Just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the 1st down.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake in fumbling in the first place.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. Dances away. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense comes onto the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. The short hands, it's Connors. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. Brought down at the 48 after a game.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Connors. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Wegman. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They make the stop, but he got the one he needed and plenty more. It's first and goal.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
We'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it on first and goal. The defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
He's got it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That's a really good play by the defender. I think quarterbacks, when they see these routes and they think they can get these routes pretty much at will because my receivers are so fast, I usually get such a big cushion. And then when they sit down for that comeback route, it's usually open. But that defender says, no, sir, not in my building.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Cowboys will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Here comes the Houston offense once again. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Looking to throw, it's Beckman. Here's a heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cougars are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Looking for space, it's Sanford. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Johnson. It's a running room. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. That's reeled in. It's Boyd. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Cowboys headed quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll move the tight end. To the air on 1st down. Going deep. He's got it inside the 30. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at...
Brings it in down the left side. He's loose. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
36. And first down for the offense.
Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's